those. This meeting here is our gates. We kind of give them a general briefing of what's going to happen today, and then they're deployed to the entry gates for the general public.
I've been a gate captain here for the U of O for maybe 5 or more years. I've worked most of the major gates here. What I do is they send us out our crew. We look at anything special or specific for the day.
Well, we try to ensure the safety and security of especially the fans first and foremost, and make sure that everyone has a good time and a safe time.
Southgate's a little bit unusual in that we have the students all come through Southgate here.
Students are crazy and excited, and they're just here to have a good time.
The buses drop off for this gate.
Come on in.
Go! Go!
I've been driving for LTD for 7 years. My favorite part of my job is probably meeting and greeting different people all day.
My name is Wynonna Marney, and I've ridden LTD ever since they started. I had season tickets for 26 years.
Well, you get there faster and you don't have to pay all those parking fees. But I can be on the bus and home before my sister who tailgates even gets out of the parking lot.
My name is Susie Willard, and I supervise parking at U of O home games. Okay.
We're about to run out of aids. How far back are we going to park them?
So we're run out of parking in Lot 8. We put them onto the Leo Harris Parkway. We're now running out of space on the parkway. And so now we're going to use any extra spots that we have in the parking lot to accommodate those folks. They have a 911 emergency.
Are you on the way?
Yeah. So the gentleman said that he might have a medical emergency, so we go back to the space, confirm where it is, and then we call in for help.
If somebody is unable to ambulate but wants to sign, that would be a violation of the impaired patient protocol. This was a operational briefing for the east and west treatment areas for the response at Autzen Stadium.
This is our airway kit, and just so we can, in the event of a unconscious patient, protect the airway.
We have 12 personnel here, 6 teams of EMS personnel, and they are here responsible for taking care of patients that get sick or injured during the game.
Well, right now what we're getting ready to do is to meet inside the referees area to discuss the evacuation protocols in case there's an incident in this football stadium.
I'm Vicki Strand. I'm the Director of Event Services for University of Oregon Athletics. And you're standing in Stadium Operations and Security, or as we call it, SOS. This is where we run all of the stadium operations and a lot of the operations for the surrounding area. So in this room we have representatives of most emergency services.
Our role up here is working with Vicki and athletics and all of our city partners and coordinating any operational needs.
We monitor the fire panel and we provide all fire safety services.
Chris Butler, I'm the IT director for athletics. I interface with a little bit of everybody here.
My role at SOS is to dispatch all the different calls that come in. Plumbing requests or restroom requests, it could be a human spill requests.
So I'm up here just in case there's some kind of emergency or if there's traffic congestion or something's going wrong with our buses.
My name is Rich Stronach. I'm the captain with the Eugene Police Department, and my role here is I'm the commanding all of the police operations here at the stadium.
Up in the SOS Center here, we manage all the football operations down on the field and around the stadium. So we work in conjunction with Fire EMS, Eugene Police Department, and Crowd Management Services, CMS.
We work with EMS here at Autzen Stadium. We have 7 teams of adults and high school students, and we're the first responders to any medical incidents inside the stadium.
I work as the medical branch director, so I'm working directing all of the fire and EMS crews here on scene taking care of patients.
Track all the medical responses on this. So for instance, section 17, the fire and EMS responded to it, Red Cross responded to it, Red Cross was cleared first, EMS was getting ready to transport the individual to University District Hospital, and then the patient refused, and so that was the end of that report. And so we tracked all of that so that if there's any questions that come up later about any medical issues, we can track what our response was. It doesn't contain any personal information or any of the nature of the actual medical stuff, but we can go back and take a look. The other thing that we do at the end is get a good idea of how many medical responses we had. Trying to isolate it on camera, but it's too dark. 12 already Cheeto and Will and the Eugene EDU unit do a sweep prior to game and then patrol basically during the game just to keep an eye on everything, make sure there's no problems, and to come and visit me, which is the most important of Cheeto's job.
Cheeto's been doing, this is his first season. I retired my first dog in May of last year, Sasha, and she worked the games for about 5 years.
Right here. See where our guys
They're requesting that you respond also to the parts location by section 35, tunnel by section 35. This is actually a cleanup.
Tonight we had someone actually push a CMS worker down the stairs and then take off, and we ended up catching them. So those are kind of the things that happen in a game like this. We've had some serious fights with drunk hands, and night games tend to be worse because people sit and party all day and get drunk, and by the time the game starts, they're really hammered. And so they tend to be our the ones with the most fights and disorderly.
Down by John Boyer.
I'm Tammy Cook, and we're now walking on the field to check credentials and make sure everyone that's down here is supposed to be down here.
With about 2 minutes left in the game, what we do is we key in on one of the officials, and then we position ourselves along the sidelines to when the game is over, the half is over, that we can run out to that official and then escort him off the field, run up with him on the field. That's it? Now we just gotta watch the players get off safely.
When the clock goes to 60 on the clock, we go every 5 yards to sweep the field. We got about 55 to 70 people here on the field, and we're gonna sweep it. I blow the whistle, we go 5 yards, make sure everybody's in front of us, and then once everybody's in front of us, we continue to the next 5 yard line.